if you do get engaged in Bitcoin, you'll quickly find out that mostly Bitcoin is none of the things you thought it was. It's a lot more and a lot different than what you thought. Many of the people who get involved in Bitcoin describe this experience as going down the rabbit hole. You get this instant effect where you feel that something special, something amazing is happening, and then you start reading about Bitcoin, and then you get obsessed, and you start reading more about Bitcoin, and then you start annoying your friends and family about it, and you start talking about it at parties and dinner parties, and your significant other goes, oh God, here we go again, it's the Bitcoin talk. And then you get really obsessed, and you read about it for months and months and months, and you don't eat enough, and you get even more obsessed. That experience has happened to a lot of people in Bitcoin, and the reason is that Bitcoin is not just a minor incremental change. It's not a payment network. Bitcoin is one of the most fundamental transformations on the basis of money. And what is money? Because that becomes the center of a conversation when you talk about Bitcoin. You realize that the vast majority of people don't know what money is. We use it every day, and yet most of us really don't understand how it works. Now, we think we understand how it works, but try explaining it to a 5-year-old, and you quickly find out the limitations of your knowledge on money. The average person can't answer more than 3 questions from a 5-year-old about what money is. You quickly get to the question like, Mommy, why can't we have more money? Who makes money? What's it made of? And most parents, after about 3 questions, will revert to the good old, yeah, go do your homework. And that's the end of that conversation. How old is money as a technology? It's not thousands of years old. It's hundreds of thousands of years old. Part of the reason we don't know how old money is because every archaeological site we uncover has evidence of money in it. Beads, feathers, stones. We've seen 4 major transformations in the underlying form of money, from physical objects like beads and feathers to pressed precious metals coming out just about 5,000 or 6,000 years ago. And then over the years, that being transformed through many civilizations, including Greece, where I come from. And then we start seeing the evidence of paper money that is an abstraction of this precious metal. And then in the 1920s and 1930s, we gave up on the precious metal part and went for just paper. Very convenient. And then in 2008, Bitcoin happened. And a lot of people will look at Bitcoin and say, oh, it's a payment network. It's a currency. It's not really that big of a transformation, but that would be a mistake. Bitcoin is a fundamental transformation of every aspect of money. It is the most abstract form of money we've ever created. Now, the name is terrible because it has the word coin in it, and a coin is the most physical form of money you can imagine, and Bitcoin is the least physical form of money you can imagine, and so that can be confusing. Bitcoin isn't a currency, and Bitcoin isn't a payment network. Bitcoin is a protocol and a network-centric platform for recording ownership and trust on a peer-to-peer basis. And that's a lot of fancy words, but basically what it means is that saying that Bitcoin is a currency is like saying that the internet is email. Currency is just the first application. If you have a platform that allows you to record ownership and trust, the first type of asset that you are likely to record on that ledger is obviously a currency. That's the most obvious application, but it's only the beginning. Bitcoin is not money for the internet. Bitcoin is the internet of money.